Hello everyone, this is ICO Talk. My name is Yelena, and today my guest is Armand Domuta, founder and CEO of the project that is called Restart Energy. Hello Armand, thanks for joining us today.
Hello Elena, it's nice to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, so please first of all tell us a few words about the project. What is it all about and how it works?
So if I were to describe our project in one single sentence, and that would encompass the core value, it would sound like this. Our project gives the ability to send and receive energy worldwide. So what our project does, it connects consumers to producers directly using blockchain and our MWA tokens in more than 35 countries that have deregulated energy markets. So what this means is that a power producer from Europe, for instance, will have access to a global network of retail consumers. He can sell energy to a customer in Japan. And Japan is an island, you know, and this is possible. Japan is not even interconnected with any other country. So this is possible because we are tokenizing the energy produced in Europe, and we're converting those tokens back to energy in Japan. And now you're asking me, how is this possible? Because energy is a regulated market, right? How can that be?
Yes, so, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Exactly. So let me tell you how this works, because it's really interesting. You know, there are two types of markets in the world. You have regulated energy markets and deregulated energy markets.
Okay.
In a regulated energy market, like for instance, I'll give you an example. I don't know, China is a regulated market, or India. You usually have just one single company that's producing power, that handles the grid, the transmission grid, the distribution lines, and that company is also sending the invoices to final customers, right?
Okay.
But in deregulated markets, by the way, deregulated markets first started in the US and in Western Europe. And in a deregulated market, all these activities are unbundled. So you have separate entities that manage production, a separate entity that manages the grid, the system operator, TSO, a separate entity that manages the distribution network. The distribution network means usually a medium and low voltage network, and the distribution company just meters how much energy passes through the grid, right? And finally, you have the supplier. We are a supplier. Our company, Restart Energy, is a private energy supplier. We're actually the fastest growing private energy and gas supplier in Romania. And what we do is we buy energy from producers, from a lot of producers. We buy energy from big producers, from small producers. We usually supply at least 57% renewable to all our customers, right? And we pass that energy through the grid, to the high voltage grid, to the medium voltage, low voltage, up to the customer's consumption point. It can be a household or it can be a factory, it doesn't matter. And we invoice that energy. But we don't just invoice the energy, we also invoice all the other taxes which have to be paid to the transport company, to the distribution company, and to the state, right? So in all of these markets, if you want to be a supplier, you need to have a license, right? So, but it's possible to get a license as a private supplier. So what have we done? So in Romania, for instance, we started this company in 2015 after working 10 years in the energy industry, where we built, we were actually the largest solar project developer in Romania. We developed 500 megawatts of solar power parks. And after that, we entered, after 10 years of doing energy production, cross-border energy trading, forecasting, balancing, dispatching, and everything, we entered finally the retail market, right? And we entered the retail market because the market was deregulating. Right now, it's 100% deregulated. And what we wanted to change is we wanted to change the way energy is supplied to end customers, because I was very pissed off about the way the energy companies were treating us as customers. They didn't care less about what we needed. So you had no saying, you know, like in a monopoly. It's like you don't exist. You're just one single individual. You have no power. And you said, damn, we need to change that. So we started this company and we started beating them. We started beating them in their own game. Why? Because we offered our customers a much better service. We are listening to our customers. We are creating tailored solutions for them. and we even created the first energy retail franchise.
Even the franchise. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So how this works? How this works is like this. You have two types of franchises, right? One is the franchise that we use so far is the Type B franchise, which is like a broker, but not any kind of broker, because you get the possibility to resell our energy and gas contracts to your friends, to your neighbors, to your business partners, and okay, you make some revenues from this, but you also have the possibility to build a community, to get horizontal business. For instance, we have more than 300 commercial locations in Romania, franchise locations that took a franchise from us. They have, usually there are street shops in the city centers and like this, and they get a franchise and they start issuing energy contracts on the spot in the franchise location. And what happens is, after some time, people learn that they can switch supplier there, and people just come in and they get a higher traffic in their shop, you know? So they get also horizontal business. More than that, we have a system that makes it easy for consumers to switch supplier from your mobile phone. We even have a Facebook chatbot. We're actually the only energy supplier offering customer support via Facebook Messenger and via WhatsApp. I don't know any other energy company doing this. So we came up with a lot of innovations that actually had impact and on the market, and that brought real value to the customers, right?
Yeah.
In September last year, we became the first energy company in Europe to accept energy invoice payments in Bitcoin.
The first in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Our customers can pay our energy invoices in Bitcoin, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling you about the franchise, right? You have two types of franchises. There's a Type B and the Type A. The Type A is like a broker, right? You get the possibility to resell your energy in your city, in your region, or in your country, right?
Okay.
And there's the Type A franchise. The Type A franchise is like your own power utility, you know? It's a franchise where if you are a company, for instance, or an entrepreneur, and you already have or don't have, but maybe it's better if you have a customer base from another industry like telecom, like insurance, like finance, and you want to start, you have tens of thousands of millions of customers in your database, and you also want to start them cross-selling energy and gas, right? But you don't know how to do the business because this business is very technical. You need to know about energy trading, about forecasting, balancing, and all the other stuff, right? So what we do is we provide the entire infrastructure to do this. The entire energy trading, all the technical part, the software, the process automation. We help you get the license in your own country, and you can just basically focus just on the selling. And we provide, it's like, think about McDonald's in energy. We have everything standardized, everything simplified. So we make it easy for other companies and entrepreneurs to start their own power utility. Normally, this is a very closed market, you know, because you need years of expertise and experience. You need a lot of capital. You need to build your own software, and this takes time and money. And because of this, the markets are quite closed. There's not so much competition in these markets, and consumers have no choice, really. They have no freedom of choice because of this. So we are the solution that was successful for us here. We're transforming this into a franchise, and with this franchise, we're actually expanding our global network of Restart Energy companies, you know. And because we are going to be present in several continents with a license, we can actually take energy from one place, deliver it to another by tokenizing the energy, right? So does this make sense to you?
Yeah, sure. That's extremely interesting. But still, I wonder: are you absolutely unique on the market, or still are there any competitors? At least, whom do you consider to be your competitors on this market, and what are your main advantages over them?
When we started this project, there was another company called Power Ledger, which was building blockchain infrastructure. The project was some way similar to ours in the fact that we're also building blockchain infrastructure for peer-to-peer direct energy trading, right? Yeah. But they were more focused, from what I saw in the project, to build a large host of complex applications, which are mostly designed for existing power utilities, And I think their project involves a lot of legislation change. So, but I like the project. The idea is good. I think it's going to take some time. In our approach, we don't need to change the legislation. We don't need to build a new power grid. We just use the existing legislation. We create the franchises, and the franchises start supplying using our software. So I think our solution has an immediate applicability. I'm not saying that any other solution is. I think what Power Ledger is doing is fantastic, and I want to help them if it's possible. But I think it's going to take some time. And I saw that there's another project, one called WePower, where they wanted to tokenize the energy produced by renewable power producers, which is great. I read the white paper, but to be honest, I didn't understand how they can deliver that energy without having a supply license. Because in order to invoice the energy and to actually deliver it to end customers, you need a supply license. And I think it's important, especially if we want to grow up the blockchain space and the crypto space, it's important that we analyze projects thoroughly and we promote good quality projects that can actually deliver what they promise. This is what I think.
Okay,
and,
yeah. I just wanted also to ask you to tell us a few words about the team of the project, about your experience in this.
Sure. So first of all, we have 70 employees in our company in Timișoara. If you want, I can even give you a tour of the company. Of our headquarters, if you want.
No, just in a very few words, yes, about the whole team.
So we have a team that's made of energy specialists, software specialists, and finance specialists, and also we have a fantastic team of global advisors. Like, have you heard of Ayako Miyaguchi, managing director of Kraken, Japan? No.
No.
She's our advisor, and Michael Anescu, he's a researcher at Caltech in electrical engineering. Dr. Vlad Trifa from Swisscom Digital Labs, one of the pioneers in the Internet of Things, IoT, and that was actually leading the Swisscom Digital Lab in R&D, and a lot of other great people around the world which are supporting us. And our core team is based on people that have a lot of experience in the energy industry and also software, because we also created the most advanced energy software that's being used right now in our country. So I myself, I have more than 10 years experience in the energy industry. I built and sold several companies, especially in renewable energy, before I started this company. I'm also the president of the Romanian Blockchain Association. And my CEO and co-founder called Renato, he's an energy trading specialist. He used to trade cross-border energy, and he's now managing our entire energy portfolio. Our CFO is the former regional manager of the second largest bank here in Romania. Our CTO, Andrei, he's an expert evaluator for the European Commission. He's also an IT entrepreneur, and we own together several other IT companies which develop software. So I can say that our team is 360 degrees, has 360 degrees coverage, and not just by having advisors. It's actually here. It's working. It's present. It develops. So it's going to create. It's going to produce results.
Great. Okay. Let's just now proceed to the ICO, because well, first of all, please tell us about the soft cap and the hard cap.
Okay, so we are going to issue 500 million MWatt tokens. Out of these 500 million, 80% will be sold to the public. Yeah, the hard cap is $30 million. $30 million. So the tokens are priced in US dollars.
Okay.
So each token will be sold with 10 cents. And in the pre-sale starts in January 15, in a few days. In the pre-sales, investors that contribute, they get a 20% discount in the pre-sales. And the discount in the main sale, which starts in February 14th, after the pre-sale, will be 15% in the first day, but will drop with 1% per day until it reaches zero. So we didn't offer very big discounts because we wanted to avoid the possibility of very big investors dumping and all the other investors losing afterwards. So we created a system that benefits everybody.
Okay.
And we're going to have some really good news very soon. So everybody should stay tuned. We will soon announce some very exciting partnerships. I cannot disclose the names right now, but in a few days it will be on the news. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay. And tell us, what for do you need this particular sum? About a few words about the roadmap and the key milestones of development of the project. Because if I got it right, the project, you've launched it 2 years ago. And why have you decided to launch the ICO right now? And what for do you need money?
So basically, we're going to use the proceeds of the ICO for developing the RED platform. So we actually have a platform which is used by we have 30,000 customers in Romania, and we're finishing this year with roughly $20 million in revenues. And our customers are already using our platform, our customer portal, to see their consumptions, to pay their invoices. And we're adding on top of this platform the direct energy exchange, which will be based on blockchain. So we need to integrate this into our platform. So part of the funds, about 30%, we are going to use for the platform development, and the rest of the funds will be used for our company's international expansion, because there are certain markets, very important markets like in the US or Australia, Japan, UK, and others, where we plan to enter the markets directly. We're setting up companies this year. We're getting the supply licenses, so we can start supplying next year to our customer database, and to our customers, and to our ecosystem, and to all the token holders that will be in those countries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And now tell us, please, more about your tokens. What are the key benefits for the token holders?
So this is very exciting. So our tokens, they are called MWA tokens. They are based on Ethereum, and each token gives you the possibility to buy or sell up to 1 megawatt hour per month on our platform. This is one benefit. The second benefit is, if you own a certain amount of tokens, you get access to a franchise. So, and this is very important because this is a demand factor for the tokens. You understand? So, because anybody that will want to buy a franchise, doesn't matter if it's a Type B or a Type A franchise, they will first have to buy the tokens from the secondary markets. Mm-hmm. So this is how our investors will benefit.
Okay.
Plus the token holders receive each month, the tokens come charged with energy initially at the point of sale. We will deliver that energy. It's our energy. Each token comes charged with 0.11 kilowatts, which the token holders can use or sell. Plus the tokens received monthly up to 5% of the total energy traded on the platform. Because we are going to ask producers to pay a 5% fee of their total energy in order to access the platform. And the producers will pay this fee because they will sell the rest of the 95% of energy at a retail price, which can be 80% higher than their wholesale price. So normally what happens? Energy producers sell their energy on energy exchanges at a wholesale price, right? If you look at Germany, the wholesale price is 30 euros per megawatt hour, and the retail price for the same energy can reach up to 100 euros, right? So, so there's a 70 euro gap that can be split between the producer and the consumer. So the producer sells that energy at a higher price, and the consumer pays less. So this is a huge benefit. More than that, 5% of the energy that the producer trades on the platform will go back to a community fund from where it's distributed evenly to all the tokens. So if you are our customer and hold the tokens, you get back a certain amount of free energy each month, which will come in your invoice in the form of a discount.
Okay, that's great. Sounds absolutely great. Okay, and what do you personally think about the future of the ICO market in the world?
I think I have a lot of faith in the blockchain. I think blockchain is going to revolutionize the world like internet has. So I think blockchain is the new internet. So
No.
from the moment we started this company, we always promoted transparency. And I think blockchain represents ultimate transparency. And I think this is something that it's worth fighting for, it's worth believing in, and it's worth developing, worth investing in.
Okay. And just now to sum it up in one or two sentences and very brief, why shall I invest in Restart Energy?
You shouldn't invest in Restart Energy because we are the only licensed energy supplier in the world that's on ICO on the project. And because we are going to create the first global decentralized energy trading platform that allows users, consumers, and producers to send and receive energy worldwide. So we are going to bring together defragmented energy markets, exactly like Amazon has done to e-commerce. And we're going to create the possibility for people around the world that are small consumers and that have some extra energy to have access to a retail customer base, a global retail customer base.
Okay, then great. Thank you very much for this interview and for being with us today, Armand.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, and remind you that today my guest was Armand Domuta, CEO and founder of Restart Energy. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more interesting videos. Bye-bye.